Okay, so when do you become captain? At what any of the different stages? What year was that? Can you remember the year?
I can tell you. I can remember the year. But 777 first officer, then 737.
Yes.
Captain. Was it 94? Can't remember. Then from there on, you keep going up.
So what was then the next progression from the
737? I did a very long stay of 8 years because there was no movement in Kenya Airways. But then after like 3-4 years, I applied to be an instructor, and I was teaching in 737. Again, it's very rewarding.
Yeah.
Very rewarding because these are the same people you're talking about who came from 43rd training school. So they're coming fresh. They have 300 or 400 hours, brand new. And for me, that's again, just like the flying training school.
Yes.
From zero, you start him on airline stuff, and you see him finish and complete, and many of them today are captains. It's very, very rewarding. Yeah, so I did 737. Then I moved to the 767. Again, I was a mwalimu. And now my last one to retirement, the last 5 years on the 787. As soon as it came on, I was in the first few groups that went for training.
So what I'm hearing is that there's actually a lot of opportunities for pilots beyond what we, as maybe from the exterior scene, in terms of internal growth. And let me ask, then what made you not enter into management? Because I think you'd be the perfect person because of just the understanding that you have from...
No, I've never wanted management. I've never applied for any post. I've never been keen because management means office. It means getting there, sit in an office. You fly, of course, you're a pilot, but you're on a very minimal roster. I would be doing like 90 hours, like the chief pilot, and maybe get 20 if he's lucky. The rest is meetings, arrangements, all kinds of stuff. I've never wanted. I never applied. I never wanted. Instructing, yes, because that's you're in the air. You're actually flying with somebody.
Yeah.
And what you enjoy doing.
But squad desk,
I never wanted.
But
not for me.
But you then became the chairman of?
That we started a group of us. We wanted to, actually the initial thing was we wanted to buy flying simulators. So we got together, started putting some money together.
What is it again? The chairman of?
Kenya Pilots Investment Limited. CALPI, we call it CALPI, KALPI. So we started it, and we got a group together. And I was chair for 11 years because I was the original, me and another friend of mine called Eric Mbogu. And we just started investing. We got people to put in money. And today it's a good fund. I mean, we have land in Kiserian.
Nice.
We have a plot in Wilson, outside Dumbusters. We have some apartments down the road. And we have good things in stocks and bonds. So it's done well.
That's so cool.
It's done well.
I love it. And it's for pilots, huh?
It's just pilots, yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, that's such a good thing because I know a lot of the young pilots, what I know with becoming a pilot, the amount of money that can be put in your hands at a young age, if you've not been taught about what to do with it, it's almost like basketballers, but not that kind of money, of course. So you see a lot of Subarus are owned by fellow pilots.
Yes. There's a bit of that because from very young, you get a good paycheck. Of course, pilots will say it's never enough, but practically from very, very young, by the time you are 23, 24, you have a good paycheck, which someone would have taken 15 years to get to that.
Yes.
But this guy is 24 or 23.
And does it increase annually?
Not by much, but it increases as you go to a higher fleet.
Okay.
But the initial one is good.
Yeah, that's true.
To me, it's good. Of course, if I talk to one of them, they'll say, "Apana, it's not enough."
Ndio vile kata wanalipa.
Yeah, but when later on in life, I'm sure they'll look and say that was good money. And so it was to capture such people, and every time I've flown with those my young guys, I try and encourage them to do stuff. And I remember telling them, buy something, buy a house, even if it's Githurai. They look at me, Githurai? So I know you never live in Githurai, but you own the house to be your house. If anything happened to Kenya Airways, you can go home saying, I have a house in Githurai. I own it. Maybe it's only 2.5 million, but it's mine. Some would listen, some won't, because they're waiting to be in Karen and Lavington and Kong Road, Upper Hill.
Yeah.
But those are the kind of things I would try and do. Just initially, you can afford this one, get a loan, and you get on the chain.
I hear it.
And then you keep, so.
Okay. Let me sort of bring this to a close, but as we close, just a couple of last questions. So one of them is, now it is mandatory for pilots to retire at a certain age. 65. 65.
Yes.
So it's almost like it's not a choice, but it is, you know it when you enter it. So how was it for you preparing for this?
The beauty is it's a fixed time. So even when you are 35, I have 30 years to go. So that kind of puts a end to it. Although, just on the side thing, they are talking now of moving it to 68 or even 70, because the talk is people are living longer, healthier, much healthier, unlike before where, by the time a guy is 70, he's a very old man.
Yep.
So there's that talk, but as of now, it is 65 worldwide.
So this is an international law?
It's an international law.
Okay.
In fact, there are other laws, like beyond 60, if I'm flying with you, one of us has to be below 60. In case you conk out in the middle of the night. So that's a law now. Although I understand is they're changing it. They're finding it discriminatory.
Yep. But
as of now, that's a law. No, like I said, you have a fixed date, so you're mentally ready. You have to move on to other things. What am I going to do? Step one is nothing. Take it easy.
Be home for a week without going anywhere.
Avoid airports. Although my son got me to get to an airport. We got tickets for Manchester United Arsenal last week. So 3 days after my retirement, I was on a flight to go to Manchester to watch a game, which was fun. I couldn't turn that down. Yeah, and there's life beyond, take off, climb, descend, land. There's life beyond that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, to ask, one of the amazing introductions that KQ brought, and that you flew the inaugural flights, was the Nairobi, New York. I
did the second one.
Oh, you did the second one?
Yeah, Captain Kenodia did the first one.
Okay. I did the second one. Hey, you won the top 3.
I did the second one.
You're still on the podium.
Yes, I did the second one.
I mean, how was that? Was that the longest, without a doubt, the longest flight you've ever flown?
No, I had done Seattle, Nairobi.
Whoa, okay, that was that.
Yeah, Nairobi, New York is 15. We had ferried when we bought the Boeing 777. We did a ferry Seattle to Nairobi. It was 18 hours, 20 minutes. At the time, we were thinking it's the longest flight, but it wasn't. Other people had done 21, 22.
Yeah.
We were saying, hey, Guinness Book, but it wasn't. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no, it's okay because we go 2 sets. There are 2 captains, 2 co-pilots, and we share. So one set captain, co-pilot, they take off. Even the crew at the back, they are again extra, so that some can go rest as others are working. And we have bunk beds. Maybe you know that. We have bunk beds in the aircraft just behind the cockpit.
Yeah.
A little staircase, and you have two very nice flat like this, where you can lie down, and the good sleepers can sleep very well. And you get a good solid 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Then you come down, you change, the other guys go to rest. Then for takeoff and landing, we're all together, so which increases safety. There are 8 hours there watching, listening, which is,
Nice.
And then the last hour, before descending to New York, again, everybody comes
in.
and you're together. So it's probably easier than Nairobi, London, or Nairobi, Amsterdam, which you are 8 hours alone, no sleep. This one, at least once you get a good 5 hours solid, you're okay.
Yeah, you're good.
In fact, you get New York, sometimes you're fresh, you go shopping, you don't even rest, other than the time difference.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bit interesting. What are one of your most memorable times on a plane? Or what's one of your most memorable flights?
My most memorable actually was very recent, which was just 2, maybe 3 months ago.
Whoa. You're 44 years.
We did after 44 years. There are many, but this was special because we did a special charter to Barbados. We did Nairobi, Barbados. And then Barbados, we hopped to New York. New York, we went to Washington. Then Washington back to Nairobi. We were away for almost 8 days. It was my most memorable flight. Because Barbados is something you just hear about. We were there for 5 days.
Oh, nice.
It was a special charter.
You didn't mind the beds there.
Yeah, that was fun.
And what's like it for you being like the view us guys have? We've got this small window. It's nice. And already sometimes there's a wing which is affecting our view. Oh no, we have. I know you've got. We have circle. Is it called circle when you go to the movies? The Royals, yeah. We have a from window from here to here. It's amazing. Yeah. What's that like? Like what's it like for you flying? That's why I've done it for so long. We have front row seats of everywhere we go to. And sometimes you go to, like I was saying, Barbados, we got there in the night. We got there about midnight, but it was a clear sky. Beautiful sky. So you could see all these towns. As you approach, you could see, up you look, there are stars. It was a full moon. It was magical. But that's the kind of picture you see when it's not cloudy. We have a very nice view. And sometimes it's so nice we call the crew from the back, like you're flying over the Alps. Sometimes you have the full moon. You have the beautiful view of the Alps with all the snow. Sometimes it's too much to let go. So I call, hey, come and come and see this. Or some passengers, if before COVID and before this, sometimes say, come have a look at this. Now with COVID, 9/11, it's affected. It has to be somebody you know, like you now. I know, I trust you. You're not doing anything crazy. Problem, I'm only going to Kisumu City. Yeah, you're not doing anything crazy. Okay, who are some of the memorable people you've flown? Of course, your family. I won't even go there. And the thing about you and Gina, I don't think there's anybody you haven't met. That's because of the amount of different people But who have you enjoyed? Again, on board you meet a lot of people. Richard Branson, but you say shake hands. I met Sir Richard Attenborough, the one of Planet Earth, and many others I can't remember.
Others, Obama, I didn't meet in the aircraft. He has his own. He doesn't fly with people.
Have you ever contemplated? Has somebody ever called you to fly them private, or it doesn't work like that?
Not to my knowledge. No. Not to my
So like, but now
I guess when there's a special thing, there's some vetting. 100% there's vetting.
okay.
So that goes on behind the scenes. But by the time they select you, they have done their own homework and vetting.
I get it.
Yeah, but not directly calling me.
And tell me a little bit about the relationship between you and your cabin crew. You know, some people, those are like the unforgotten heroes on a flight. They ensure that at least, especially for this long flight, man. Yeah. So I know a lot of them would be watching right now, this. Just tell me something memorable about them.
They are nice people. My last flight, we went to New York, and there was a dinner for me. They had a special dinner. Gina was with me. And all 11 of them stood up and said some very amazing things. I was really touched. They're nice people. I've never had an issue with them. I've tried not to be a warlord. You can be a warlord, then you have a lot of friction.
Yeah.
I think if you treat people well, they treat you well. And I've always said, when I'm flying with co-pilots, I say this is somebody who is handling your food. You cannot afford to be a warlord. And you're going to, and there's somebody you're going to spend 2-3 days with again. This is somebody you need in an emergency. In case there was deplaning or whatever, emergency. So you need to be firm and follow the law. But again, I think you can do it in a very, very friendly manner. You can do it and it makes the whole thing go well. When we brief as a group before the flight, well, one thing you hear a lot of captains say, enjoy the flight. You guys, just have fun. Whatever you're doing, it's a long night, but let's make each other laugh. Let's enjoy, let's have fun. Yeah, let's not be all gloomy, blah, blah, blah. Which I'm happy to say, I think I've enjoyed throughout, yeah.
I love it.
We have good people. We have very good people.
Just forgive my naiveness, but is it just commercial that you're not allowed to fly, or flying
for the age?
Yes, for the age.
You can fly for yourself. Like now, I can go to Wilson and charter a little Cessna and go cruise on my own.
And is that something?
But it's commercial. You cannot fly for money.
Aha.
I cannot fly commercial people sitting there.
I get it.
But if I owned my own private jet, I could fly that.
Aha.
Yeah.
So there's like a jet in Wilson that you.
It's got a commercial license.
I get it.
So you can still do that.
That's so. Is that something that you're going to do, or for now?
At some point, yeah, I need to get back in there, just for me, just to have fun, not for. But again, you cannot afford to lease a Dreamliner, so. But maybe a little Cessna prop. Go to the Mara for the weekend. That you can do.
Oh, okay.
You can fly as a private pilot's license.
Nice.
So I need. I'll be keeping it up, keeping my license current.
Okay.
Just in case one day. Or you might buy a jet. You call me to fly.
Don't worry. Next week. Next week.
Okay.
Let CTA take off.
Yeah.
Let's talk about then your last. I mean, this is definitely the last 3 questions that we've got. First of all, thank you so much for your time, the hospitality that we've had here, even just for the nuggets that you've shared. First of all, is there anything that you'd like to say that you feel that maybe I've left out?
I think we've covered most of the stuff. I'd just like to say, well, thank you again for this. Like I said earlier, it's probably my first one. I'm even nervous.
You've done so well, man.
I don't do this and you'll not see me on social media doing all kinds of things. I just chini ya maji, as they say.
You and Gina are direct opposites.
Yeah, we're opposites.
In fact, if it wasn't for Gina, you'd not be on social media.
Opposites attract. I run away when I see press. But it's been nice. I have to say, like my son said, every little boy, he wrote to me, every little boy wants to say, my dad's a pilot. And I had that. It's been an amazing time. I've really enjoyed the 44 years. And I also enjoyed my career path. The Air Force bit, which was totally different, and then the airline, which again I was lucky to be able to do both sides. Going forward, enjoy myself, take it easy. I've made one thing I miss other than the flying is my friends, because the airline puts you automatically in a group. You go you're going to Dubai, there are 10 of you. I go down to have breakfast, there's already 5 or 6 people, you sit, you get some eggs already. Whereas here, I need to come look for you, we go to Java, have a coffee, but the airline automatically, you're in the cockpit, you're with another co-pilot, you're chatting, and they all have different views of life. Some are farmers. We have some doctors that are on board. We have dentists. So you talk about things like that. Like the doctor, we talk about COVID and what's the best way to go about it. He's a co-pilot. He's a medical doctor. So that bit I really miss. Flying first, I mean the people, and then the flying bit. Yeah, but...
You brought about COVID. That must have been a shocker. Like just COVID shutting down the world, and planes just been grounded, and people and countries been locked.
It was crazy. There's a captain and co-pilot. In fact, we were together with the co-pilot. We do simulator every 6 months. So we're together in Addis in March. Came back 4 days later. He was sent to him and a captain to pick an aircraft that was in Amman, Jordan. In Amman, Jordan. And it had been taken there for service. Normal. We take KQ. They get to Amman, Jordan, lockdown. He did 93 days in a hotel.
No way.
He went for 4 days, 93 days later. So it's COVID.
No way.
Yes. Other people, I was lucky I was here. Other people just did a flight, came back, all Kenya Airways hotel. Some did 28 days at the hotels at the airport. They just came from a normal flight. And they were saying, anybody here, quarantine. So you're even calling home to bring you a few shirts, t-shirts, some jeans. Overnight. I mean, we had mothers, they had left their 2-year-olds. 28 days at Panari Hotel, the other one at the airport.
Yeah.
It was overnight. And I think it teaches you things can change so fast.
Your schedule suddenly cancelled.
Yeah. Then, of course, we lost 2 people, 2 captains. The first one who died was, again, with me in Nanyuki. Daudi Kibati. He was on the fighters in Nanyuki with us. Knew him very well. Very early, if you remember, at the beginning of COVID, he passed on. After from a flight to New York, hotel, fell sick and never came out. So COVID was a shocker. We hope it's over soon.
Yeah. Hey, definitely. It's shocked. It shocked the whole, the globe as a whole.
The globe, the universe.
Yep. That one, we never even saw it happening. We never in our wildest dreams would we have ever expected this. Okay. I want you to, first of all, amazing thank you. May the next years of your life be as fulfilling as the ones you've just had. Thank you so much on behalf of all.
Thank you.
Not even as fulfilling, more fulfilling.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving myself and Derek here the opportunity to just hear your story and all these different people who've watched here. I know the people like my interviews being so much longer, but I feel like you've shared more than we could even have asked or imagined. So we are extremely grateful. I'll ask you to just look into the camera and just say a parting shot to those who may have been watching, aspiring pilots, passengers, just Kenyans, people from international, your old friends, whoever it may be watching.
I don't know what to say, but just be good human beings. That's all. Just be good human beings. That's it.
And cut.